This is a really beautiful yoga flow for anyone in their second or third trimester. All you'll need is a block and a wall. If you don't have a block, get a pile of books that you can put beside you that we're going to use throughout this practice. So come onto all fours. We're going to begin with cat-cow. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch your spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch your spine. We'll take some C shapes, bringing your shoulder and your hip closer together. And on the other side, the right shoulder and the right hip closer together. And again, on the other side, a C shape. We'll take some beautiful hip circles, getting some mobility in your hips. And the other way. Might want to rotate your neck with your hips. And now we're just going to take 3 breaths for you to instinctively and intuitively move in this cat-cow as ever you please, whether that the C shapes felt better, whether the hip circles felt better. And keep breathing. Beautiful. Come back to neutral spine. We're going to bring our right hand in between our fingertips for a low lunge. This is a really great stretch for our hip flexors, which get extremely tight when we're growing a baby. Might feel nice to do a little rock. And remembering not to go too far. When we're pregnant, we have additional relaxin going through our body, which makes us extra flexible. But this can be really, this can impact our joints negatively if we push ourselves too far. So just really listening to the body. There's absolutely nothing to achieve here. Beautiful. Bring that leg back into all fours, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Bring that left leg forward into that beautiful low lunge. If you're in your third trimester and you're finding that your belly is quite in the way, feel free to press your right hand completely into the floor and place your left hand on your knee. May give some additional space for your belly. And also open up your chest, which is quite lovely. If you're really tight, it might feel nice as well just to hold on to a chair or something up here and stay a little bit higher. Again, just listening to your body here. Come back to all fours. Now we're going to do a pelvic tilt, which is extremely powerful when you're pregnant. Grab your block and we're going to place it on your left, underneath your left knee, and lean all of your weight onto that left hip that has the block underneath. This is an amazing stretch for your pelvic floor and is so fantastic at balancing the body in preparation for your baby. Might feel nice to round your back as you do this. Or you might feel nice to arch your back as you do this. Feel free to play with it and feel what's best for your body. Might feel nice to rock back and forth. Really connecting with your intuition here and trusting yourself in what's best for you and your body. Okay, beautiful. Let's go to the other side. So we're going to move that block onto the right hip. And we're going to lean our hip onto the right side as if you're like pressing your right hip towards the wall. And again, it might feel good to arch your back, to round your back or arch your back in this position. Whatever feels best for you. Whatever you do on one side, be sure to do it on the other to keep that balance. And you may notice that one side is a little bit tighter. Perhaps considering lingering in that position on the other side to bring balance to the body. Beautiful. Now let's bring that block to the side. We're going to walk our hands back and come into a lovely yogi squat. I'm going to turn just so you can see what I'm doing. But we're placing our feet underneath our hip bones. This can be a really tight posture for a lot of people, so if it's more comfortable to grab your block, feel free to place that underneath you here. This is one of the most powerful stretches you can do when you're pregnant because it really just opens that entire space that your baby is going to be coming through. You can even do this while you're watching TV. As you inhale, feel your ribs expand, moving wide, breathing into your back. And as you exhale, feel yourself lengthening as if you have a string pulling your spine up nice and tall. Your head grows long, your shoulders are pressed away from the ears. And maybe using your elbows to open your knees nice and wide. 3 more breaths here. Beautiful. Now let's remove that block and we're going to come into a forward fold. Again, I'm going to just turn to the side here so you can see better. And we're going to interlace our hands and our elbows. And we're just going to rock from side to side. Slowly bringing yourself up higher and higher. And now our back is bent at a 90-degree angle from our legs. Getting that lovely stretch in the lumbar spine. If this feels really good, try and find some time in your day even to do this individual stretch. It is so powerful for balancing the body. Okay, amazing. And press into your feet, bend your knees and come all the way up. Take a moment to let your blood pressure settle. When you're pregnant, it's very often that we get dizzy going from the floor to standing up. So now with our wall, we're going to Press our hands against the wall. Our feet are still facing parallel to the wall. And we're going to hunch our back. Getting a really lovely deep stretch in that left hand shoulder blade. A lovely side bend for the whole body. Both arms are straight. And breathe. Okay, amazing. Oh, how lovely. Now let's rotate to the other side. Feet are parallel to the wall. Both arms are straight and elongated. We're going to hunch our spine. Neck is relaxed. Breathing deeply. Last breath. Beautiful, and come back up. We're going to come down onto our bottom here and do a lovely deer pose or 90-90 pose. So the front leg is at a 90-degree angle, the back leg is at a 90-degree angle, and we're just going to lean back. This is working on the inner thighs, which attaches to the pubic bone or the pubic symphysis at the front there. And the inner thighs can get so tight because there's not very many positions where we stretch it. Beautiful, and let's go over to the other side. So we're just going to rotate our knees to the opposite side and really pay attention here to if one side feels different to the other, which is extremely common and very normal. But it's good just to be aware of the differences so we can try and bring balance to the body. Perhaps lingering on one side if it's tighter than the other. Taking this opportunity to breathe deeply. We inhale, expand our ribs. And exhale, draw our ribs closer to the midline. Making sure we're not collapsing into our shoulders here and we're really elongating that neck and spine, even though we're leaning back. Beautiful. It might feel nice just to do some windshield wipers here. Now we're going to do a pigeon pose. So we place that right leg on the left knee and walk your foot forward. So this is incredible for the piriformis. And the piriformis is a massive muscle that is responsible for that protection and bracing yourself. So we live in this world where, even when we're driving, we are, braking constantly, or, preparing ourselves to brace ourselves. So it's very common for this muscle to be really tight, and it is one of the most essential muscles, and is a big cause for a lot of women who have posterior babies or very high babies. This is fantastic to do sitting on a chair as well. Even if you're just watching TV, you can do this sitting on a chair. And let's go to the other side, placing the left ankle on the right knee. Might even feel nice to rock the legs. Or maybe it feels better to keep it still. Ensuring we flex that foot to protect the knee joint. And our neck is long, we're not dropping into our shoulders. Beautiful. Let's come back to seated position. Let's do 3 cleansing breaths. So inhale, exhale, let it out. Inhale, exhale, let it go. And one more. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today, and thank yourself for taking this time for you and your baby. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.